Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am filming a little bit of a haul, fall makeups, new stuff to me and new stuff to the industry, and I wanted you guys to come along with me. I did go to Sephora at Kohl's. Since Sephora is open at one of our local Kohl's here in town, I wanted to go in, check it out, see what's new, and I picked up a little bit of a couple things here, you know, new to me and not new to the industry. I already have my foundation done already, some concealer, and I put a little bit of something through my brows just to make them a little bit nicer. I did pick up for the first thing was this Milk makeup, and this is a electric glossy lip plumper. So this is the packaging or the box, and this is the tube itself, and it's called the Electric Glossy Lip Plumper, and this is vegan, cruelty-free. I have never tried this before. I am trying the shade Wired. I just wanted to put something on my lips just to see what this does right away. I'm gonna give this a try, and this is what applicator looks like, and when it squeezes out, just like that. I don't know how much you're supposed to actually put on. It is thick, not thin by any means. I don't really feel any cold tingling or any weird sensation. So far that's cool. I did powder underneath my eyes just a little bit to set my concealer, and I've been still loving the Pat McGrath foundation and also concealer, and I'm in the shade LM9. I did get two things from KVD Beauty. Now, I haven't heard much about KVD Beauty lately, and I did get the, is it Modcon Liquid Gel Contour in Light Warm 80, and this is the box. Packaging's changed just a little bit, not too far off from what Kat Von D had with hers. This is supposed to be a modern liquid gel contour. It's supposed to be able to blend and build for a lightweight, flexible sculpt. And this is what the package itself looks like, or the component. And you can see the color at the bottom. Still has the KVD up here, and it's a twist off. All right, so the applicator itself is a big doe foot wand, and I'll put some of this on my hand. And it's a cream consistency. Blends out nicely. And this might work well as a mixture of a bronzer and contour for me. This is the Modcon Liquid Gel Blush. This is the packaging. Same as for the contour, and I got the shade Duality 20. This is what the blush packaging looks like. This is the packaging. This is the squeeze top for it, and this is the color. It's a very pretty peachy coral color, and when you blend it out, it gives a subtle, pretty blush and a flush of color. It's gonna be really exciting to see what this looks like on. Doesn't have a crazy smell or anything like that. So what I wanna do first is start off with the contour. So I'm gonna push my hair back behind my ears. I really don't know how much to actually use, so I'm kind of nervous. And I do actually have a KVD number 2 brush, and I've had this thing for a long time, so I'm gonna use this to blend this out. Looks like it's blending out really nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat on my cheeks and push up. Really soft and subtle color, not too much. Would be nice for the days when I don't want to wear a lot of makeup. It blends out really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this on my forehead as well, just in the perimeter next to my hairline. Blend this out. I'm gonna push it towards my hairline to give a little bit of darkness. Not too dark, works really well with my skin. Let's go ahead and jump into the blush. And I'm going to be using a tried and true Morphe E4 like I always do. And I'm just gonna put one single drop on the back of my hand. Let's see how much that actually gives me for color. Very cute. It's not very punchy in your face color, which is great. Kind of reminds me like the Glossier Cloud Paints. I really, really like that formula from Glossier too. Kind of gives it like a glossy finish. I'm gonna go on my nose. This so far is turning out really nice. I was really unsure of how the new KVD products were going to actually perform, just because I haven't heard much about KVD a lot, unless it was like a big major sponsored video or anything like that. So far I am liking this. It gives like that healthy glow and it's super cute. So my birthday was back in June, and you know how they always give you your birthday gifts? Well, I never got one, and I've ordered a couple times, or I went into like the stores, but I never got one. So they gave me the NARS, the Laguna bronzer, and kind of looks like not really a lipstick. It's actually more of an afterglow lip balm. Okay, so this is the packaging for the lip balm, and it has where it says NARS, and that's what it looks like on the hand. Cute swatch, I know. I don't know if that's gonna work with my vibe today, but this is the mini Laguna. I love this color packaging, and I love the matte, and I like the bronze NARS. And then inside is the bronzer. Don't have any new bronzers. You know, I've been really, really hard on my MAC, the Delphic bronzer. It's like a cream bronzer mixed powder, and I've had this for a very long time. So I need to try something different for once. So I'm just gonna grab a Morphe MB4 brush, and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this bronzer, tap it off, and let's bronze underneath the blush very softly, just to set some of these creams. Nothing new, no new techniques, nothing like that here. And then I'm going to be using a Morphe G41 brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of this on my nose. For a foundation brush, the Zooeva 102 brush, and this is the first time using it, and I do like it a lot. I have never actually owned any Zooeva brushes. I got some blush, we got some contour, we got some bronzer on. Just need to put some highlight on. And I know I haven't gotten any new highlighters lately, but I did end up picking up some of the Vieve, and this is the Skin Dew, and this is Jamie Genevieve's brand, and I really, really do like this stuff, so I try to use it as often as possible. And I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of something going on with my lips, which is cool. Nothing over the top or anything like that. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of this on my back of my hand and picking up some on my finger, and then we're going to tap this on the high points. I've been liking highlight to go practically a whole big C shape here, trying to put a little bit of it on my cheeks a little bit, just give like an extra glow to the skin. Putting a little bit of it on top of my brow, nose, and then I'll just grab one of the brushes and I'll just make sure, just tap it out really lightly, make sure it blends in, which pretty much the warmth of your hand does help with that. For eyes, I got 2 eyeshadow palettes, and I know that these have both been out. One's a little bit longer than the other. And I got the Natasha Denona, and this is the mini retro palette. And this is what the palette looks like. I really wish that the full retro palette looked like that. The full size retro reminds me a lot like Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the Renaissance palette, and kind of mixture vibes of like the Love palette. And I don't know, I just need something different, you know, something more, just more punchy colors, more fall colors, stuff like that. And that just was not giving it to me. And these 2 eyeshadows stand out the most for this palette. This shadow reminds me a lot like the Anastasia, the Subculture color, and like kind of like the mixture of like Destiny in a way. And that's why it was drawn to me. I've been really big into a lot of different shadows, and also trying to dive into some of my old shadows. I took from advice from Brody because he's like, ooh, let's check out some fun stuff. And I haven't picked up any HudaBeauty stuff in a long time, and he wanted to see this eyeshadow palette. This is the Wild Chameleon, and look at that holograph. So pretty. And the shades in the inside, a lot of orange tones. I'm kind of curious about this little guy when you mix it together, and this gold, yikes. So I want to do an eye look. So I'm just going to grab a couple brushes and then we're going to play with this eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to be using a Smith 232 brush, and I want to go in with the first shade in the middle here. And I want to put this all in my crease and blend it out a little bit. I do not know what kind of look I want to do. I just know that I wanted to play with as many of these colors as possible. I'm going to bring this all the way up into the brow, but leave this area without any color. I know that I want to do some more fall looks, and I've seen a lot of Melt Cosmetics, a lot of their posts that they're putting on Instagram with like the wine yellows and the greens and the oranges. So let me know if you want me to do some of those looks or recreate any of those, because those are like my favorite looks. So I did move to a new home. I have a new makeup studio in the house too that I'm trying to paint and make my own. I still need to build my makeup cabinet so I can get back into life, but work has been really crazy and just trying to get a bunch of stuff done before it gets too cold. Hopefully we'll get there. Do a lot of those projects this fall and winter time, so maybe I can film a lot of that. I'm gonna go into a smaller brush. I'm gonna use a Sigma F63 brush, and I'm gonna go back in with that same color. Load it up. Let's put this underneath the whole lower lash line, just about all the way forward. I'm going to be using a Smith 230 brush, and I want to go into the shadow right here, and we're going to build up the crease with some darkness. And we're going to keep this in the outer of the crease, lightly build it up and out. Back in, lower lash line, connect them a little bit here in the outer third. Try to wing it out a little bit too. These colors are pretty together. Very fall toned. Is anybody doing anything fun for Halloween this year? I haven't really heard too much of fall stuff going on this year or Halloween, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back in with the Smith 232 brush with that first shade and just blend these two together. Let's go in with the shadow right here. We're gonna go in a little bit forward. I don't know how much this is going to show up. It's another pretty shadow though. Rude. My camera stopped on me. We're just going to put this in the front, almost where my eye socket would start to turn down. And just do a quick blend. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that same color, and we're gonna go on the lower lash line. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit further than normal. All right, I'm trying to decide what I wanna do for the lid, or if I wanna do a few colors for the lid. So these are the metallic shades, very pretty. I feel like this one would be really pretty for the inner corner, maybe outer. Man, I don't know what to do. Well, let's just try it. Using a MAC 232, I'm gonna pick up the gold shade first. Using the Milk Hydro Grip spray, I'm just gonna spray some of that on the brush just to help with the pigments and make them a little bit more punchier. And let's go ahead and stick this in the inner corner. This is pretty. I'm gonna put some of this on the lower half of the lid too. And then we're gonna go in with the middle shade. I'm just gonna flip the brush over. I wonder what if I use my finger. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna bring it up into the crease a little bit too and try to blend it in with the orange. Pick up some more of that gold shade and blend it in. If I didn't have daggers, little nails, I'm sure this would be so much easier. I'm gonna do the opposite eye really quickly to get caught up to where we are. All right, now we're gonna go in with the red tone, and we're gonna put this in the outer third of the eye. I'm just gonna use my finger first, just mixing that shade together with that little punch of the blue, and this is what it turns out like. I'm gonna use a Sigma E25. I'm gonna try seeing if this will pick up some of the shadow and put her down. Keep it lower. It's getting a little bit of a sheen. I think this is turning out really, really nice. I'm just gonna go in with that first brush and the first color just to blend everything together. And we're gonna do a little pop of color. So I'm gonna try the blue on a IT Cosmetics little brush, little wing liner brush. Hopefully this will look nice. And I'm gonna stamp this along the lash line. This does have some crazy fallout. I'll spray the brush. Bring a little fun to the edge. I'm not going to bring it in all of the way. Well, be careful if you have already done your makeup and you use this blue shade without any setting spray. You're gonna get a little bit on your cheeks. But this is the look that I'm gonna be doing for my eyes today, and I think this turned out really, really nice. I wanna use some highlight today to put a little pop onto the brow, so I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona I Need a Glow, and I know this is not new, and you've seen this a ton of times on my channel. Just for a brow highlight. I have a new mascara. It is the Ilia, and this is the Limitless Lash Mascara, and it's supposed to lift, lengthen, and curl, and has organic shea butter and arginine. So I'm going to curl my lashes, which I don't do all the time. And the claim for this mascara has a couple edges to this brush that are different. It either goes from like a short length to a long side. So you can kind of see short and long. And there's the long side and then the short side. So let's give it a try. It has an interesting smell to it. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my lower lashes. So this is my look so far. I do like it a lot. Very fall, very fun. And what do you guys think? I am now going to put a lip liner on and a lip gloss. And I got the lip gloss, and this is from Tower 28. And this is the packaging. It's the Shine On lip gloss. It's the lip jelly. The shade is called Fire. And I think it would work with this look with the orange. That's why I was trying to stay kind of roughly about this. And I also got the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat in the shade Walk of No Shame. This is the packaging for it. This is the lip liner. I have tried it and I really do like it. So that's why I wanted to give it another try today. We're going to line my lips, and I still feel the lip stuff that's on my lips, and I see that they have gotten a little bit bigger. Now let's give this Tower 28 Fire a try. It's definitely very glossy. All right, guys, I'm just going to set my face with the Milk Hydro Grip. All right, guys, what do you think? This is my look for today, using all of the products that I picked up from Sephora, minus my Vieve. This is the Skin Dew, but I do really love it, and I didn't have anything new. So what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. I definitely am going to be using both of the KVD, the contour and the blush again, because this stuff was really, really nice, and I do like it. Gave my face a really dewy, flushed, pretty look, and mixed with this Vieve Skin Dew, I think this is a perfect combo. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Love, love, love. The lip gloss from Tower 28 is very glowy, very glossy, but it doesn't leave that weird like sticky stuff to your lips, so I definitely do like this. And I think it would be really pretty maybe with like a darker brown underneath as well, to see maybe a little bit of fun color to it. And I do really, really like the eyeshadow palette from Huda Beauty. The colors were not very crazy. I could take this out on a trip, and I definitely know that I need to use, you know, 2 more of these shades, but I do like how my look is today, so I don't want to add any extraness. The lip plumper from Milk Makeup, I definitely like this. I am going to be using this again. I do like it a lot, and it did make my lips look bigger. I like it. Charlotte Tilbury lip pencil, the Walk of No Shame. You know that I like Charlotte Tilbury's lip liners. I do have a couple of them, and lipsticks, and I have no complaints. I cannot complain at all with them. And the only thing that I did not get to use, besides for the NARS little lip oil, which I will definitely use. I did use the Laguna bronzer, which I have used in the past, but I really do like this. The only thing I didn't get to use was the Natasha Denona, and this is the mini retro. Going to be using this in another video, so let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of everything. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Happy fall, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.